Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shining sea. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live, where the world comes to talk radio. We're going to have a good show today. Going to show satellites from an HT. It's a short segment. I think you'll like it. Plus, this weekend's special events, and there are a ton of them as we celebrate USA 250. Oh, yes. Plus, we've got a pretty patriotic program for you for folks that are in America. Wherever you may be in this great world, Friday, July the 3rd, 2026, and live from Central Florida, this is Ham Radio Live.
Everywhere around the world, they come to America. Every time that flag's unfurled, they come to America. Got a dream to take them there. They come to America. Got a dream they come to share. They come to America.
Neil Diamond came out in 1981. It was part of the Jazz Singer movie and went to number 1 on the Adult Contemporary chart here in the States, number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100.
My country, 'tis of thee.
The very beginning of a very patriotic show today as we celebrate America and also give you a whole bunch of radio information for you to use for the coming weekend. What do you say? Where we are around the world, we spin that top and say, away we go. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Happy almost Independence Day to you all. I was going to wear my Born in America shirt, but nah, not today. I haven't worn this in forever. It was my choice. I said, go for it. Yeah. Good to see you. A very happy Friday to you. Welcome to the big show here on Ham Radio Live. It's a very steamy day out. It's about 94 degrees with a heat index of about 100 and I think it's 111. It's just miserable outside. And so it feels nice to be under a ceiling fan in here with the AC blowing cold. And today's a good day, so that's good. If you'd like to get your ham radio license, feel free and contact the American Radio Relay League at www.arrl.org. Click on the Contact Us button there, right on their page and tell them you want your ham license and where you live in the world. They'll send back to you local to you ham radio club. Contact that club. They'll help you get licensed. www.arrl.org. I did a little scary thing today. If you have watched the channel at all today, you know there's been a little bit of a change to the video lineup. We had a person that came yesterday, JMB, and it really hit me. It's really neat that he came because that's really been the focus of this channel, to help people find amateur radio and to encourage them to license as high as they can do, because it's worth it. This is such a fun thing to do, guys. We're so blessed to have the equipment that we're able to use today and to be able to reach such amazing heights, contacting people around the world. It never gets old. You know that? No matter how many times you may have talked to a ham in another country, think about this. Even if you've worked that ham 20 times, it's still exciting when you talk to them for the 21st. Just a wonderful, wonderful hobby. So I put a technician class practice exam that I did today that I haven't studied for a test in forever. So, I think I missed 4. And I was like, one of them I was really mad because it's either sensitivity and selectivity, and I got them both backwards. I was like, oh, perfect, man. Sure. Yeah, it's great. I was like trying to explain why the answer was this, and I got the answer wrong.
Get that finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been.
Oh, whatever, Larry.
Jeez, it was really bad.
That's shocking.
It was, but, one of those things. But, it's kind of fun because, in all honesty, when we haven't done the test in forever and we've just been working on the air, doing our thing, right? Having fun, sometimes you just forget stuff, or you just forget how it's worded. I was bummed about that one thing, but it's okay. I'm sure everything will be just fine today on the show.
Does someone need a hug?
I'll be just fine. Don't worry about that. We're going to have fun today on the program. I'm so excited for this show. There's so much to share with you that we came early today so we can get everything in before it gets too late in the day. Thank you for understanding. Let's find out who's first, second, and third today on a Friday show, the big show of Ham Radio Live. First up, he comes from the beautiful state of Washington. He's in the eastern side, Spokane to be specific. Roger McKeon and Maggie, their call sign, Kilo Juliet 7 Lima Lima X-ray, and Maggie makes K9 beep beep. Beep beep. Well done, Roger and Maggie. Good job, guys. Good job, Roger. It's great to see you. A very happy Friday to you there in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. I hope you are having a wonderful morning there. Second up from the state of Wisconsin, it would be Bill Myers, Kilo Alpha 8 Golf India. Mike, welcome, Bill. Good to see you, buddy. Always a pleasure to have you. And this man came in first twice. Sorry about that.
Yeah, for some reason or another,
I know.
you sounded a little taller on radio.
Yeah, I know. But Jeff came in third today. Let's give him some big applause today for that. Thank you, Sam. There we go. We're on the same page today, because you get it. Jeff, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming. And continent number 2 is here. That's Martin all the way in the Netherlands. Pop Echo 9 Tango, India Golf. Hi, Martin. It's great to see you. I am really impressed with you, Martin. You are, you're an old soul. And that's a compliment. An old soul is a person that is very different than the current generation of people. They're somebody who are comfortable in their own shoes, even though they're not the latest thing on the shelf. They're people who are happy where they are in life, even though there might be someone across the street that gets a new car every 2 years. There's somebody who just appreciates what they have. And Martin, you're one of those people. It's a rare quality, and I'm honored to be your friend. I mean that. Happy Friday, buddy. I mean that sincerely. Kevin is here from Iowa. Hi, Kev. Kilo Zero, Kilo Lima Bravo. He's got his QRP net coming up. It'll be the Independence Day Spectacular. Well, it'll be the 5th. It'll be the hangover day, but it'll still be fun. Kevin, welcome to the show. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, my gosh. It's great to see you. We're going to have so much fun today. We are. We're going to have a great show today. I'm so excited for that. I really am. In fact, Kevin, giving Bill some flowers today, he said, just saw your picture modeling of the new QRPnet live stream cap. You look marvelous. Awesome job. There's something I don't understand there, but I guess it's okay. Barry Wendon, welcome. The United Kingdom is with us. Hi, Barry. Golf 6, Juliet Mike X-Ray joins the show. Hello, my friend. It's always a pleasure. And Robert Varner is here. And Robert tells us it's extremely hot out there. In fact, he says it is 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Woo! Well, I feel for you. I hope that you stay inside, drink plenty of fluids, and keep the fans on. So important. You know, the fans help. I mean, like I got a ceiling fan in here. We have them in most rooms of our house. And it's nice Florida living, right? You just, because it gets hot here. But when you're up north, you're more like New York or New Jersey or New England, right? They get these hot stretches that come through, and it can be very, very hard on people. People die from that because there's so many people that are in brick and stone buildings and they don't have AC. And it's like, oh man, I don't know how they survive. It's so hard on the body. Robert, sorry, it's great to have you here. I mean that. Thanks for coming today. I guess Kilo Charlie 2 Tango Echo Lima, I think is your call sign. I'm trying to remember, so bear with me here. Chris joins us from the UK, says hams get to amazing heights, but just don't climb towers. No idea exactly where that bit was going, but that would be kind of funny to do something weird like that. Hope it looked okay. I couldn't see what I was, on the screen. Yes. It's crazy to those guys that climbed up on the Empire State Building a couple days ago, right, to propose. I guess it's important to propose, like up on top of a gigantic skyscraper.
Boy's got a mouth like a cannon, always shooting it all.
It's just, like you couldn't do it at the park. No, that's not going to work. No, we have to do it way at the top of the Empire State Building.
There's good news tonight.
Jeez. And they get the flag. The flag's good, right? Hold on. Sorry, the flag's good. It was like echoing a Jimi Hendrix lyric about love overcoming all, right? Which is good. That's great. It's a nice message. But not to go on the top of the Empire State Building, for gosh sakes. Oh, yes, stay off towers, please. Mm-hmm. Continent number 3, that's Tom in Bahrain. Tom, you made it. Welcome. Did everything get done? I kind of watched a little bit of our exchange, and I think everything's good for you, so I hope so. I'm glad you're safe. That's really, really important to me because, you're important. You're a good guy. We've got Chris is here. My goodness, I'm so glad to see you. Chris, Kilo Oscar 4 Golf Sierra Mike is here from...
New York City.
Where's he from again? Sorry?
New York City.
One more time, please.
New York City.
Okay, New York City. Welcome, Chris. That needed to be hotter, but it's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Chris, Golf 7, Victor Echo Oscar says, I thought it was earlier having a Larry Clock moment. Maybe. Yep. Who knows? Show just kind of goes off the rail. And let's see here. Just make sure I get to everybody here before we go on. Roger, thanks, Larry. It's not quite so hot up here. Good. Yeah, it can get hot there. Ooh, Spokane area can get really hot. So what they do is they go over the border into Idaho because they got Lake Coeur d'Alene there, and it's just, Oh man, Coeur d'Alene, Lake Coeur d'Alene is just absolutely stunning. It's beautiful, and it's very, very, very cold too.
Thank you.
Yeah, very cold. Whew. Yeah, good to see you, and thanks for coming again, Raj. It's good to see you. Thank you. And Chris, I just spent an hour saying goodbye to an AI bot. Then Larry appeared live. There's no coinky-dink there. Can't be. Nope. Spike's here from Montana.
My boy!
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Hold up. It's good. We got it. Hi, Spike. Good to see you. Good morning to you, and thank you for coming today. Chris, I watched the YouTube guy that climbs buildings without any ropes. What an idiot. I'm sorry. If only hams could do that. Oh, gosh. No. You know the best thing for people like that? Don't watch. Just don't. Because people like that, they think that they're like Teflon. Nothing's going to stick to them. They're going to get through everything. And there's no safety precaution. There's nothing. First of all, they're doing something illegal. They're climbing a giant building on the outside, which is illegal. At least here, it's illegal. And then you go out with nothing to protect yourself? Oh my gosh. It's all, look at me. Here I am. Look at me. Wait, cue the music. Look at me. I'm on the 57th floor now. Gosh, just don't get it. I'm sorry. Can't go there. Jeff, Floridians need AC as much as Canadians need a furnace to survive. That's a true story. That really is. It is. Jeff, I still have the large American Freedom Train button from the visiting in 1975 from the bicentennial pre-celebrations. 1776 to 1976. I was thinking about that today. I remember that when that came to town, the American Freedom Train. It came towards Oaks Park, which is like an old amusement park that was started back like in 1905. Anyway, neat train. If you see it, take a picture of it. Look for a picture of it on your phone. It's called the Freedom Train. The U.S. had it, and it's really neat. It was really a cool engine and tender car. It was really neat. And it was right before a bicentennial. And so I wasn't necessarily thinking of the train this morning, but what I was thinking of was this. For us people in America who are of age, like us, right? A lot of us are older people, right? We're not senior citizens yet, though, folks. Not yet. Not going to go there. But we are blessed enough that we were alive for the bicentennial and old enough to understand what it was and appreciate it, right? And now we're alive for 250 America as well. What an amazing gift. It really is. We have been given an amazing gift. I hope all of you out there who remember the bicentennial 4th of July have a wonderful 250 4th of July as well. I really do. From the heart, guys. That's from the heart. Only happens once, right? It's kind of like the solar eclipse there in Europe this summer. When is that, by the way? The big solar eclipse. Spike says something about Lake Coeur d'Alene. He says Lake Coeur d'Alene has a 19-hole golf course. The 19 is on an island. It's beautiful. Oh, Lake Coeur d'Alene is beautiful. Really do. Yeah. Spike says those guys buy their ropes from Acme. You, above all people, should know that's not good. Jeez. Sam. He said Acme. That's not necessarily a good thing. Acme's not known for quality. That sounds like Acme. Spike says AARP considers you a senior if you are 50.
Thank you. Come again.
No, not happening. Nope, not happening. Although I do remember getting their publications about that time when when I turned 50. We have a Discord channel. It's at ham-radio-live. Reach out to us on Discord with your questions or comments or anything about radio. We'd love to talk with you about it. Have a lot of places where you can go. It's a safe place to ask questions. If you're looking to take the test or possibly become a ham, a great place to go is our Discord at ham-radio-live. Also, a great Discord channel and a wonderful webpage. Rodney in the Netherlands put it together, Papa Alpha 9 Romeo Whiskey. It's at www.hamradiolive.org. One-stop shop to find out all kinds of great information to become successful, happy as a clam, and having fun in radio for sure this weekend.
Yeah, that's a joke, son. Don't you get it?
We also have a topic question today. If you had the time and money to help a new ham to start out, what would you give them? I'm glad Martin's here for this question because Martin's going to come up with something simple but powerful. You watch. His call sign, Papa Echo 9 Tango India Golf. Curious to see what you would say to that answer as well. Two more comments. We get in the weather then. Robert Varner, real quick. He says, they call us senior citizens because we're going to graduate soon. Well, they sure loved us when we were kids, though, that's for sure. Bill Myers, I remember that everyone in the town where I grew up was honking their horns in their cars, and the churches were ringing their bells on July 4th at noon. That was cool. I remember that. That was cool. And Barry Wendon, you're 80? My goodness. You're still a spring chicken. Yes, you are. 80 is the new 30, sir. That's how it goes. Your HF weather forecast is powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. QRZ conditions, we're still at 203. Holy cow. Great solar flux index. These three sunspots have been instrumental in giving us amazing conditions. This type of condition, think about this for just a moment. I need to get a little drink here in a second, though. These conditions are as good, close to as good as the peak of solar cycle 25. No kidding. Look at the numbers. 203. We got up into the 200s for a little while at the peak of solar cycle 25, but we haven't come anywhere near 200 since then. So we're back right at the peak, basically, of solar cycle 25 right now. It's a great time to work HF ham radio or DX shortwave or DX amplitude modulation on the AM bands here in the States. Your sunspot number is 108. That's down from yesterday, but these three sunspots are just cranking right now. The BZ latitude minus 0.2, which is, that's okay. We got fading. We had fading even with a positive BZ. Solar wind is up. Notice that. It's almost at 500,000 kilometers per second. That's a key metric because as that goes up, the K-index goes up. That's why our geomagnetic field is quiet. I expect that number to come up, the K number, to come up here over the weekend. So may get some noisier conditions on the HF bands. Your magnetosphere view, there are those three amazing sunspot regions. Look at them. Still there, still chugging away, and still providing an SFI of over 200. Amazing stuff. The problem, they're just about to make their exit off of the eastern limb of the sun, and boy, do we have a lot to thank those three for sure. Maximum usable frequency is pretty linear today. In fact, it's very simple to read the bands from east to west. Take a close look here. If you take a look at this from Europe into North America, 17 meters is going to be great for you. 15 will be great for you, but not necessarily 12. You'll have to be about 40 degrees north to work the 12-meter band towards the west. So 10 meters just too far south. 10 meters is about 35 degrees north, which is just outside of what most people in the northern hemisphere are at. Southern hemisphere, great conditions. Work everything from a 20-meter band all the way up to 10 meters. Your HF forecast, powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. SFIs drop tomorrow. I keep saying that, but it keeps staying high, and as long as I keep doing, I'm not going to get jinxed. I'm serious. I'm going to leave that sentence there so we can keep that solar flux index number wrong. I would love to be wrong again and have it be at 200 on Saturday. 6 meter east gap is open, so be ready and look for those openings on 6, 2, and 4 meters. This is the time of year where you'll find openings. Solar flares are possible. We've had quite a few of them this week. Noise floors are high this weekend, but good, workable conditions. Best DX in the north is on 20, 17, and 15 meters. Best DX in the south from 20 to 10. Nighttime amateur bands, SFI should start to tumble over the weekend. Great DX, though, today. Noise is a bit high this weekend and Friday as well. Kind of ratcheting up a little bit. Nighttime amateur band openings, look careful, kids. 160, 80, 60, and top DX 20 and 40 overnight right now. 20 meters after dark is cranking right now. I'm not kidding. It's absolutely astounding. If you want to, serious, tonight after dark, turn on 20. It'll blow your mind. It's amazing. So work 20. You could work it all night long right now. So have some fun. We're back at the peak of solar cycle 25 all of a sudden. Shortwave DXers, daytime shortwave. Noise floors are elevated, but amazing SFIs. This is a great time to DX your favorite countries in shortwave. SFIs probably beginning to drop over the weekend. Expect some occasional fading on signals. Shortwave daytime bands, 31 meters, 25, 22, 19, 15, and 13. Nighttime shortwave, amazing. SFIs drop tomorrow. I'm going to leave that sentence there. High noise floors, though, this weekend. Fading signals at times. Shortwave nighttime bands from 120 meters all the way down to the 19-meter band, or all the way up, I should say, to the 19-meter band. And your top DX bands, 75, 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 19, and possibly 19 and 15. We'll see. 15 is kind of tough to get at night, but it should work maybe an hour or two post-sunset. There is your HF forecast. Welcome back to the show on a Friday. Big show event. Woo-hoo. We'll have your We'll have some ham radio news, plus DXPedition's special events are loaded this weekend with America 250 stuff and your DXPedition contest counter too. And there's some stuff going on this weekend for everybody. Should be a lot of fun. Today's topic question, if you had the time and money, so the time and money to help a new ham to start out, what would you give them? Let me know in the comment section. I'll make it part of today's program. Steve's here? No way! I didn't know he was here, but you know, so that's what matters. Steve, welcome. It's good to have you all the way from South Carolina. Thanks for coming back. Since I got the wrong Carolina last time. Chris says, 5 more years and I'll be reminded every time I see an interstate speed limit sign. I'm not sure what that means, but it's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about a thing. Remember again, though, that Chris is from
New York City.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you know where that's from? See if anybody can remember where that's from. Chris is here. Kilo Echo 2 Hotel Romeo Juliet. Greetings, everyone. Larry, congratulations on repassing your tech exam. Thank you. That's hard. You know what? Because I thought hard on doing that, right? Because you're an extra. You're taking the lowest level class, right? And a lot of people would expect you just to ace it because you're an extra. But it's been 2 test changes since they did. It's not the test. It's nothing really to do with the changes. It's more to do with the fact that I don't remember all the answers. And while I've learned a lot of stuff about ham radio, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. So I was really upset about the sensitivity and selectivity answer. That just fried me because I've known that for a long time. But just be careful how they word the question. That's the key. Because in a lot of these questions, they word them in a way where they're a positive, I call them positive negative, where the negative's the right answer. Just, yeah. Anyway, sorry. I got messed up on that one. But thank you, Chris. I appreciate the kind words. It's very nice. Spike says 13 Colony event is definitely piling up. He has more. I think I'll wait till everyone takes a nap. Good thinking. Rob's here from Los Angeles. Hello, Rob. Good to see you. Always a pleasure, my friend. Jeff in Canada, first person to answer our topic question today. Jeff's call sign, by the way, is Victor Echo number 3, Whiskey, Whiskey, Juliet. Jeff says, for me, I would give my time and attention to answer questions and guide the new ham based on their interest. I would encourage a $100 QRP rig and a wire. All right, good. So you're going to spend a lot of time and help them. Sorry, I just hit the keyboard and all of a sudden people start clapping. It's weird. But I get that. That's interesting. Very nice. Thank you very much, Jeff. Good answer. That's our first one. Yes. Bill Myers, the first answer here to the question of where this came from.
New York City.
Gosh, I wish that was louder. See, because if I turn it too loud, then everything else comes up like it blasts you out. So Bill says he knows where this came from.
New York City.
Bill says it came from a salsa commercial, and Bill, you are correct.
That's my boy.
Paste picante sauce. Remember, because they were there around the campfire, right? And Cookie was the cook for the, for the guys out there on the range. Anyway, sorry. So Cookie, they got the picante sauce and it just didn't taste well. And the boys started saying, Cookie, this stuff ain't tasting good. And the one guy who somehow had Cookie's salsa bottle, he's reading the ingredients on it, somehow in the 1800s or something.
I wonder how they found out where we was.
And they're around the campfire, and this all of a sudden, they read, this one's made in New York City.
Ah, there's good news tonight.
And these guys out west, the big city ain't their thing. It's like New York City. This can't be made in New York City. It can't be made in
New York City.
Yeah. And so it's kind of, that was their deal. That was the hook of the whole commercial. And it's interesting. That commercial is about 30 years old, yet I still remembered it. Every time Chris comes in, I would think of that commercial. No kidding. That's why I came. No joke. Yes. Let's see. Jeff, get a rope. And Steve is here remote in Nashville, Tennessee. I love Nashville. Beautiful, beautiful city. Really is. He says, I remember that line in the salsa commercial too. Yes. And Steve is live from the Grand Ole Opry. Neat place. Really is. What a great radio connection there too. Think about it. WSM radio in Nashville. Man, they used to play that on Saturday night. That's what helped make the Grand Ole Opry a big thing, was because they were broadcast on WSM. And since WSM is a radio station that was a clear channel AM station here in North America, you could hear them all the way from the eastern range of the Rocky Mountains, no joke, all the way into the Atlantic. They had a huge signal, still do, but they did the Saturday night show from the Grand Ole Opry, and it made the Opry huge. It really did. That's what helped make it up, was radio. That's a true story. Spike says, today's topic question, get a manual tuner and learn to use it. There you go. All right, very good. So tuning for induction, tuning the induction. Oh gosh, I remember my MFJ 969, and I'd sit there and tune the inductor. Oh man, but it taught me how to do it, and it was fun. And you can even do it until the audio picks up. When you do that, now you're ready for the big time, I guess. I don't know. Chris, with an answer to today's topic question, what you do to help a ham starting out? I would buy the new ham a good microphone and help them set up the audio settings. Here, hold on, this is good. Hold on. As good audio can help with any setup. Oh, wow, I like that. Nobody's mentioned that probably ever, pleasing audio stands out on the ham bands, doesn't it? It really does. If you think about it, when you hear somebody, like if I go, let me see, there's not enough signal. There's something. Hold on. Let's take a listen to the radio real quick. Okay, hold on. Perhaps we'll get lucky. We'll see. Hold on. Just a second. Sorry, excuse me. I hit the screen, went the wrong way. Sorry. No. Okay, hold on.
By the way, I am 82 years old, a little older than you. I'm still hearing amateur radio for about 65 years now. My best wishes, Bob. Thank you so much. Enjoy talking with you again. Have a great 4th of July and stay cool with that weather you have there in that part of the state. Kilo 3 Sugar Romeo Oscar. This is X-Ray Echo 1 Radio Kilo. Hasta la vista, Bob. 7-3, my friend.
Coming from Mexico. Shall we try and make the call? Of course we should.
Bye-bye, Bob. Buenas tardes. Muchas gracias. The Oscar Hotel Bravo, still there?
Kilo 7 Hotel November.
The Oscar Hotel Bravo, still there? Nothing heard. This is X-Ray Echo 1 Radio Kilo. You are there?
Kilo 7 Hotel November.
Okay, fine business. I was calling you, Joel. I was calling you before. Thanks so much for the call. Thank you for waiting, Joel. You sound excellent here. You don't.
Oh, he's been waiting a while. I don't want to wait too long because we're live. That's okay. That's good. Mexico. But, he's got more of a deep voice, right? Not necessarily my favorite for DX because it doesn't work as well for DX. But if you're working just to rag chew, radio can make a big, big difference for sure. Steve says we're honky-tonkin' and playing radio. He's got the voice for it. Steve belongs in the Grand Ole Opry. Steve should be in the Grand Ole Opry Hall of Fame, actually. He does. Steve could walk into any country station in Nashville and try and sell them like, those kid little candy bars for fundraisers. And they'd say, "Sir, would you like to have a job today? We'd like to hire you because you've got a voice for radio." And he does. Steve really does. It's amazing. All right. And by the way, yes, 50,000 watts. Yep. Clear channel, 50,000. Yes. Rob Q, I'm not going in order today, guys. Hang in there. Today's question for persons that want a ham license, I have giving out a RRL study guides. There you go. Okay. Very good. Very good. So you would hand them out ARL study guide to help them out. Very good. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate that. Tom in Bahrain, donate what they need, radio, antenna, etc., advice. Share as much knowledge as practical. Share my WhatsApp so questions can be easily answered. Love that. That's good. Because you're there. You're present. You're going to be there and stay present. Big difference. Tom, WSM, Minnie Pearl, Hank Williams, and many, many others. Indeed. That's a huge, huge station. Spike, he's got best campfire scene from a movie is Blazing Saddles. Yeah. And Tom remembers that old commercial. Boy, oh boy. The old New York City. Mm-hmm. For sure. This is the answer I've been waiting for. This is from Martin in the Netherlands. Martin's comfortable in his own shoes. I love Martin. Simple guy, brilliant man. That's a good combo. It's very simple. No one has ever been the worse for helping someone else. If you have something to spare that you don't need right away and you can help someone with it, what's stopping you? End of this program. That's it. That's perfect. It's perfect. Serious, Martin, thank you. That's really, really good. Wow. Kevin, before we move, I give them an IC7300 Rig Expert antenna analyzer, coax, and 17-foot collapsible whip antenna on a tripod with a wire for radials, and we'd head out to the cornfield, set up, and play radio. Yeah. And it's not a 705. You know where I'm going, right? It's a 100-watt radio, because they may not be into QRP. They may want to run 100 watts. Kevin, great answer. Really is. That's a great answer. Let's get into the weekend, guys, because we got a whole bunch of stuff. For those that are interested in the weekend, come see us in 20 minutes. It's going to take a minute to get this through, okay? First of all, a couple of ham radio news nuggets that you might want. Young ham radio operator supports the America 250 celebration. This is on the ARRL news site, by the way. This young man has logged over 150 ham radio contacts. He's with his mentor, which is like his Elmer, James Hooper, call sign Kilo 9 Quebec Juliet Sierra, and Sandoval, the young ham, logged over 150 ham radio contacts. The events attracted the participation of ham radio operators from across the country. This is the Ham Radio 250 award, by the way. So that's what we're talking about here. His early interest turned into a passion for amateur radio, which earned his technician class license in October of 2022. He upgraded to general class just in June of last year and achieved the highest amateur radio license level, amateur radio extra, a month later. See, there's a lot of the general there to help the extra. It is, it's true. And that he just did it a month later at the age of 13. So he's an amateur extra at 13 years old. Asked whether he encourages other people to explore amateur radio, the young man said, yes, I do talk to them and recommend they at least look into it and the things that it can teach you. Isn't that brilliant for a 13-year-old kid to say? I thought that was so good. I wanted to share that with you today. Also, news from Great Britain I want to share with you. Tonight at 8 is going to talk about the solar eclipse. It's going to be visible in the UK this summer. It's a total eclipse for areas west of the UK, and at its maximum, there will be about 90% totality. This lends itself to unique opportunities for HF propagation experiments, and you can get involved. In a special tonight at 8 on Monday, this coming Monday, the RSGB Propagation Studies Committee Chair, Steve Nichols, Golf Zero, Kilo Yankee Alpha, is going to explain how the committee has been drawing up plans for RSGB members to participate with checking out radio propagation during the solar eclipse. These include experiments with monitoring medium wave stations in the UK, Morocco, and Algeria. An 80-meter Morse code contest is also being arranged, as well as radio amateurs being encouraged to run whisper mode on 80 meters during the eclipse. So get to it, you guys in the UK. Should be an awful lot of fun. The famous Grimetown radio station will be on the air on July 5th. The unique Alexanderson alternator with the call sign Sierra Alpha Quebec is scheduled for 2 transmissions on 17.2 kilohertz using Morse code. At 8:30 UTC, the alternator will be started up, and at 9 UTC, the first transmission will take place. A second transmission is also scheduled for Sunday, that's this Sunday the 5th, at 13 UTC. You can read more about it on that link, and you can find the link, by the way, on the RSGB news site. Just a second, guys. Also, new speakers are confirmed for the 2026 RSGB convention, and there are topics the RSGB is excited to have on the program for its upcoming convention between October 9th through the 11th. You can see the full speaker list by going to their webpage, and that can be found at www.rsgb.org, and look to the convention link there. Society has confirmed that it has frozen ticket prices. Poor things are cold then, and get them inside and warm them up. Sorry, probably not a very funny joke here. Yeah.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Sorry about that. You can buy this year's ticket at last year's price, which means you can make the most of early bird pricing. So if you're interested in going to the RSGB convention, please put that on your calendar. Nominations for RSGB Golf 5 Romeo Papa Trophy, which is an annual event to encourage newcomers to HF DXing. The award is open to anyone who has recently discovered and made significant progress in high-frequency DXing. If you're an established HF DXer and want to recommend someone to be awarded for the trophy for 2026, now's the time to send in your nomination. Your nomination should be an up-and-coming HF DXer who has made rapid progress in the last year and has some real achievements to show for it. If you'd like to send your nominations in, please do so to HF Manager Ian Greenshields, call sign Golf 4, Foxtrot Sierra Uniform, and the email address is right there. Your special event contest and DXPedition calendar is here now. Oh my gosh. I got a lot of water for this one. Number 1 page. Okay. It's a weekend, guys. It'll be a lot of fun. Running through the 8th of July, America 250 DARC. This is out of the Donovan, Missouri Amateur Radio Club. And the call sign for this is Kilo Mike 0 Delta Romeo Charlie. That's Kilo Mike 0 Delta Romeo Charlie. They plan to be on 10 meters only at 28.5 megahertz. I'm at 28.5 megahertz and I can't hear a single thing, but I will stay on frequency because I think it'd be awful fun to work these guys for the 4th of July. But I just don't see them getting this high on the bands. Just not the conditions for them. Trail to Eagle event goes through today. Call sign Kilo 2 Bravo Sierra Alpha, and yes, slant 8. It is a big thing for the Boy Scouts of America, so I wanted to make sure and share it with you. This is out of the Michigan Crossroads Council of the BSA. They plan to be on a majority of frequencies today. If you want to work them, look them about 14.330 megahertz on the 20-meter band, or tonight on 40 at 7.270 or on 80 at about 3.840 megahertz. Call sign again, Kilo 2 Bravo Sierra Alpha /8. 13 Colonies special event. Here we go. Listen for the call signs. These are going to run past the 4th of July, but they're going to be loaded tomorrow with people working them. Kilo 2 Juliet is out of Lewisburg, North Carolina, okay? Kilo 2 Delta is out of Trumbull, Connecticut. Take a look at your frequency info there and see if you can work them, okay? Also coming up, Kilo 2 Hotel, that's Longmeadow, Massachusetts. 13 Colonies, Georgia. Kilo 2 Golf, that's out of Powder Springs, Georgia. 13 Colony special event out of Rhode Island is going to be November 2 Charlie. And then the special event out of Pennsylvania, William Mike 3 Papa Echo November. That's William Mike 3 Papa Echo November. Also check the closing dates for these. All of these are at least through the weekend, okay? And the soonest one that will drop is going to be Kilo 2 Golf out of Georgia. That final date is going to be on July the 6th. Also, 13 Colonies, New York, Kilo 2 Alpha. That's going to be only on 20 and 40. So try and get New York, Kilo 2 Alpha. Also, New Hampshire, Kilo 2 Kilo. This is going to be only on the 20-meter band and 40, okay? Call sign on 40 is going to be Kilo 2 Kilo. The frequency on or about 7.276 megahertz, on 20 meters at about or near 14.276 for New Hampshire. Also, we've got the South Carolina version of the 13 Colony special event, call sign Kilo 2 Lima. They plan to be on 40 meters, about 7.1 megahertz. That's going to be, as you know, in the band plan here, that's Morse code. So try and work them. Kilo 2 Lima. Also, a unique one, the Kilo 2 Hotel Special Event Station out of Eastern Pennsylvania. Call sign Kilo 3 Hotel. This is out of East Penn Amateur Radio Club. They plan to be only on the HF bands, but they're not giving much information. Listen for that call sign out there, Kilo 3 Hotel. Don't forget, also, coming up starting today, but through Sunday too, the world's largest rubber duck. I don't make them up. I just read them. This is out of the USS Little Rock, call sign Whiskey 2 Delta. That's Whiskey 2 Delta. It's out of Buffalo, New York Radio Association of Western New York. Planned to be on the 40-meter band, about 7.260, and on 20, right about 14.250. Just a second. A lot of reading, guys. Sorry about that. USS Orlick Amateur Radio Society, July 4th, USA 250 event is only on tomorrow. Yep. It runs through. It runs from 13 Zulu until 21 Zulu. Call sign Whiskey Juliet 4, Delta Delta. Excuse me, Whiskey Juliet 4, Delta Delta. This is how the USS Orlick Amateur Radio Society. So see the frequencies there as well. There's more. No, we're not done yet. Golly. Also, there's a special event that's called 250 Years as a Country. Man, you have to think about how these people were thinking. No, I'll call my event. The USA 250 is kind of copyrighted. You better not do that one. How about 250 Years as a Country? That'll work. It's out of Lakeland, Georgia. This is running tomorrow through Sunday. Call sign Alpha Lima 7, November Sierra. I thought it was an interesting call, Alpha Lima, but it is Alpha, because you think about Alaska, Alpha Lima prefix. Anyway, okay, Alpha Lima 7, November Sierra. It's tomorrow and Sunday from 12 UTC until 0. They plan to be in a bunch of frequencies out of Lakeland, Georgia. Please try and work them. That'll be a whole bunch of fun and giggles for you. Also, we've got America 250 Point Blank, which is out of Point Blank, Texas. Of course it is. It's only tomorrow, and they plan to be. This looks like something Spike put together.
That's my boy!
It does. It really does. Look at the times. 16:16 Zulu through 23:23 Zulu. What's that about? Okay. Anyway, call sign Kilo 5 Papa. Kilo 5 Papa out of Point Blank, Texas. Plan to be on or about 14.260 megahertz. We've got one more. Oh, no, there's a lot more. Sorry. Annual Convention of the National Speleological Society. I did it! Yeah. Speleological Society. Sorry. July 4th through July 10th. Kilo 9 Victor is the call sign. This is out of Corydon, Indiana. Call sign again, Kilo 9 Victor. Ashtabula 250 celebration, tomorrow only. Call sign Kilo Charlie 8 Oscar Hotel. Kilo Charlie number 8 Oscar Hotel. Moving on, Colonial Williamsburg special event goes on only on the 11th. Call sign Kilo 4 Romeo Charlie. That's Kilo 4 Romeo Charlie. Also, tomorrow only, Oscar Zero Ronald Reagan Minuteman Missile Museum. Holy mackerel. That's a mouthful. Tomorrow only from 13 until 18. Call sign November 0 Whiskey Whiskey Tango. That's November 0 Whiskey Whiskey Tango out of Niagara, North Dakota. Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library dedications, also coming out of North Dakota. This is July 1st through July 8th. Call sign Kilo 0, North Dakota. Yeah, Kilo 0, November Delta, to be specific. But just remember Kilo 0, North Dakota, and you got it. Yeah. Plan to be on 10 meters up there if they can make it. 28.430. 15's a better shot, right around 21.375. And on the 20-meter band, if they can get there, right about 14.340 megahertz. Next, 250 years of America. Yep. Whiskey Echo 7 Golf Victor. That's Whiskey Echo number 7 Golf Victor. This is out of, I'm not saying the town, Arizona, from the Green Valley Amateur Radio Club, 20 meters. And they give you like 3 different frequencies. Notice that 24.242 or 24.246 or maybe 24.248 megahertz. Have fun. Find us out there. Whew. Independence Day. And then make sure then to put in parentheses 0704 1776. Like we didn't know. Okay, but this is cool. It's out of the USS Midway museum ship in San Diego Harbor. This is such a cool ship, guys. It's only going to be on July the 11th. Call sign November India 6, India Whiskey, all right? And I got to read this one. It's coming up July 12th and 13th because I love trains. You didn't know that, but I do. Union Pacific Big Boy 4014 is going to be on the air July 12th and 13th from 1400 to 2000 Zulu. Call sign is Kilo 8 Romeo. That's Kilo 8 Romeo out of Struthers, Ohio. They plan to be on a multitude of frequencies doing both Morse code as well as voice on the HF bands. Contest! We made it to the contest! Oh my gosh! There's a lot of special events. Here's our contest calendar for the coming weekend. There's quite a bit of stuff for everybody that might want to work and get a special place on Earth today, during the weekend. The Marconi Memorial HF contest is big. This is the Morse code contest that's coming up this weekend. And you see the bands and everything but the work bands. There's the contest for this one. And then we move down the list and we've got the CQ Worldwide VHF SSB and Morse code contest. Look carefully, kids. This is sideband Morse code and FT8 on 6 and 2 meters. You think there'll be a lot of signals tomorrow on the 6 meter band? Oh, and on 2? Oh my gosh. These 2 bands that don't get a whole lot of love are going to get an awful lot of people trying to make cues tomorrow. So be looking for this. It's only going to be running July 4th through July 5th from 14 Zulu to 14 Zulu. All right, if you're interested maybe in Morse code and sideband, and QRP, the original QRP contest is also this weekend. That's going to run on all the bands except for the work bands. 15 hours of operation. But take a look. I made a mistake. Check that. Not all but the work bands. They're being so smart with this. It's 80, 40, 20. That's it. So you'll get this one if you've got the antenna to work those 3 bands. Take a look at the information here and have some fun. A QRP contest, I think it'd be a kick in the rear end to try and work. Just have fun with it. If you're interested in working digital, there is a PSK 31 contest this weekend. It's only 40 meters, and it runs July 4th to July 5th from 2000 Zulu to 2000 Zulu. So there's that piece. DXPedition calendar almost done now. St. Martin runs through next week. Call sign prefix Fox Sierra. That's Foxtrot Sierra. And look what they're doing. They're doing 80, 30, 20, 17, and 10 meters. That's a real interesting quintet. They're doing Morse code, sideband, FT8, PSK 31, and radio teletype as well. Man, not many DXPeditions go that many modes on all these bands. These bands are very unique for this, so try and work that. Just look for the prefix Foxtrot Sierra out there, okay? Kyrgyzstan also runs through tomorrow. Call sign prefix Echo X-Ray. That's Echo X-Ray. They plan to be on 6 meters plus some 40, 20, 15, and 10 FT8. Should be a lot of fun. St. Pierre and Miquelon, call sign prefix Foxtrot Papa. That's Foxtrot Papa, runs through July the 14th, 80 to 6 meters on this one, sideband Morse code and FT8. Asagawara, also Argasawara, I said it wrong. Juliet Delta number 1 is the prefix, 160 to 10, Morse code, sideband FT8. Look for prefix Juliet Delta number 1. Greenland came on today. Yep. Going to run through July 14th. Call sign prefix Oscar X-Ray. So if you're looking possibly for like a DX zone or Greenland to fill in your log, Oscar X-ray, they're going to be running 40 to 20 meters, 40 and 20. So they're going to do Morse code, and this is going to be spare time operation. But Greenland, it's pretty good to get this one, so try and work that one if you can. Luxembourg this weekend through July 17th, call sign prefix Lima X-ray. That's Lima X-ray, 40 meters only with sideband and Morse code, and they're only working in the evenings where they're at in Luxembourg. So check your clock, make sure it's, early in the evening. Try and work them if you can find them. Crete. The great island of Crete is on the air this weekend, going through July 23rd. Call sign prefix Sierra Victor number 9. Sierra Victor number 9. It's holiday style, so when they get a chance, they'll be on the air, but try and work them if you can. Sardinia. This one is difficult to get. Really can be. It's Island on the Air Europe 024. Also holiday style, HF bands only. Jersey, Mike Juliet is the prefix. That's Mike Juliet. Island on the Air, Europe 013, 40, 20, and 10 meters, sideband only. That's a good one. And the one I've been waiting to read the whole time. Ladies and gentlemen, from one of the most difficult places on earth to work. Not really. It's a great place. It's tropical and just not a lot of hams are there. The South Cook Islands are on the air starting July 22nd through August the 14th. Call sign Echo 51 Kilo Echo Echo. It's Echo 51 Kilo Echo Echo. If you're chasing zones, this one's a hard one to get. This is a very difficult, empty Pacific Ocean zone. So try and get this in your log. They're going to be running Morse code and some sideband. And the call sign one more time, Echo 51 Kilo Echo Echo. There is your special events, a little bit of news, contest calendar, and DXPedition calendar. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night. Wow. That's a lot, guys. That's a lot. So, and that was the reason we came early, because there was so much in that segment. It's very difficult to do the show when there's a lot of that kind of content, because you want to make sure and not miss anything, right? And get the stuff that's important. So if I miss something that you thought was important, just reach out to me and tell me at info@hamradiolive.org. That's our email here. Today's topic question is, if you had the time and money to help a new ham start out, exactly what would you give to them? Not necessarily things, but what would you give? And so far, Martin is in the lead on this. It's a great comment. Well, hold on to that one, Martin. Also giving them this on Kevin. I love Kevin's because he gives him a good radio, even though he's a QRP guy. He doesn't go for the QRP rig. He goes for the full power one, knowing that the other person may not want to run low power. Maybe they want 100 watts. It's a very nice comment. And Barry Wendon helped them get their ham radio license and teach them the questions. He's the first one to say that. You know that? Golf 6 Juliet Mike X-ray. Sorry about that, my friend. Barry's the first one to make this comment. Help them get their ham license and teach them the answers to the questions. The why of it all. It's a brilliant answer. Barry, great answer. That's up there at the top, too. It's a great answer. It really is. Really is. Chris, Golf 7, Victor Echo Oscar. I would give them a new ham, an ICOM 705. Okay, so that gives them a QRP radio with HF, VHF, UHF. Brilliant. He says also he'd give them a linear, so an amplifier. Then they would have a portable radio, 100-watt HF, they can also use on the 2-meter band. Brilliant. Nice comment, Chris. I like that one, too. I do. Chris, we'll call Chris 2 here today, because it's Kilo Echo 2. That's the only reason we're doing it, Chris, not because you're second. Don't fire the host. I'm simply your friend. Sorry. Chris says, it would help them get their tech or general license or extra, tips on passing the exams, free resources online, etc. I would give them general technical help. That's a great comment. Thanks, Chris. I like that. Bill in Wisconsin, I would give them Hem Test online and help them with any questions that they don't understand. As far as equipment, it depends on what they're most interested in. There it is. He's paying attention. Nice work, Bill. It depends on what they're interested in. And I think you guys have all said the same thing. I really do. This is a neat comment from Bill. He says, I would give them the Hem Test online test and then help them with any questions they don't understand. As far as equipment, it depends on what they're most interested in. HF, local, satellites, or it's a great comment. It really is. Bill, thank you. Thank you. Chris then in New York, he says, imagine if ham radio existed back in the colonial days. Oh my gosh. And now we're going back in the time machine.
I wonder how they found out where we was.
No idea how. I mean, we're all of a sudden going back in time. So Chris says, imagine if ham radio existed back in the colonial days, then Chris in the UK, his buddy Chris 1 today. No, we'll make you Chris 7 because you got a 7 in your call sign. So you're Chris 7 and Chris 2 is New York Chris, okay? If ham radio existed in caveman times, what would they use as an antenna?
You're way off. I say you're way off this time, son.
Oh, boy.
No, I mean, I'm just not sure.
Well, can't you take a guess?
Well, not for another 2 hours.
You can't take a guess for another 2 hours?
Wow. Where do I go with you guys? I can dress you up, but I can't take you nowhere. Spike in Montana, my event is Volcanoes on the Air. I live next to and on the largest one in the USA, and it's super. Oh, did I mention the fireproof grizzlies? Oh my gosh, Spike. We got to talk after the show. Chris 2 says Fred Flintstone would have used a saber-toothed tiger thigh bone for UV and T-Rex thigh bone for 20 to 10 meters. Oh my gosh, guys.
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck.
Tom in Bahrain, please save us. A lot of paying it forward going on here. Very generous community. Amen to that. Amen. I was going to not show the satellite thing, but yesterday, Jeff in Canada mentioned that he does it with his Baofeng radio. He's done satellites, right? And my last one was handheld. That was the last one. I thought, how can I shorten this? I'll tell you what you do to make it work, and I'll show you how it works. Because this guy's great at showing, and I would be awful at showing you this, so we'll make it work that way, okay, kids? Yes. That's our deal. Okay. So, if you want to work handheld satellites, which you can do, make sure you've got a full duplex radio. You have to, because you've got to be able to hear yourself on the downlink frequency. So the uplink is your transmit, the downlink is going to be what you hear from the satellite, right? You also need to be able to adjust the VFO for just the receive. So just the downlink is where you really have to be worried about more, but the uplink can change a bit too. Following the bird. Okay, so when you are doing this, take your phone, use a compass that comes free on most phones today, and figure out where the satellite's going to be acquisition of signal, right? This won't take long, trust me. Then what its approximate apogee is going to be, which is the highest is going to be in the air above you, and then where loss of signal is going to be. Take a look at some general areas where you know, okay, that tree is where I'm going to acquire the signal, and it's going to be about 30 degrees up over that yellow house, and over there, right by that fire hydrant, is where it's going to go down. Make it simple that way. Now, you can use a handheld antenna still, which I would recommend, but you don't need much more than that, and you can do it with a handheld. Watch this. And it didn't play it. I can't believe it, but I'll still wait. We're going to do it because hang on, kids, just a second. Somehow the whole computer's like going berserk on me. Just give me a second because I'm just going to put you right into it because I know where the video is. It's a good video and it's worth watching just quickly to see this young man work this. Here is handheld satellites with a handy-talkie duplex. You got to have two, remember, UV mode, uplink and downlink, so 2 meters, 70 sems. Watch him work magic.
Define the optimal frequency.
Tango Zulu. Okay, Roger the Tango. This is Zulu. Kilo Echo 5, Golf Foxtrot Juliet Delta Mike 95.
AE6LX handheld.
96, WB3 Japan, Fox Sierra. Hey Bob, did you get my call? KO16W7JPI? I sure did, Leo. Probably got stepped on, but yep, sure did. It's always good to talk to you, Leo. Always a pleasure here too, and I'm easily stepped on.
AE6LX handheld.
AE6LX, Kilo Golf 6 Juliet Echo.
Kilo Golf 6 Juliet Echo, DM14 Alpha Delta here.
Station with the handheld, WB3 Japan, Fox Sierra.
WB3 question mark Alpha Echo 6 Lima X-ray and DM14 AD.
Okay, Alpha Echo 6 Lima X-ray, WB3 Japan, Fox Sierra, Delta Mike 26, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Roger. Just a short hop, skipping away. 73, AE6LX handheld.
He's in Southern California, guys.
Delta Mike 95 in Texas.
This is AE6LX. Come again with the Texas call sign.
Kilo Echo 5, Golf Foxtrot, Japan.
Kilo Echo 5, Golf Foxtrot, Japan. Roger. DM14 AD here near Los Angeles.
Okay, we're DM95 here in the Panhandle.
73. W6 Yankee X-ray, AE6LX.
Roger, with 60 here, say Charlie Mike 87.
Roger, Charlie Mike 87. Delta Mike 14 Alpha Delta here.
Very good. It happens a lot during the show, guys. So to finish out satellites, you can do them with a couple of, mobile radios, like the Yaesu 817s are good. Those are fine. The handheld you just saw there, if it's got full UV mode, you're good. As long as you can hear on the downlink side your audio, then you're on the satellite, you're good to go. And then just control the VFO from there as you get Doppler shift. People ask about Doppler shift. I had an email about that. Doppler shift, the frequency changes because the attitude of the bird changes too, okay? So as it changes, the frequency can make a big difference. Think of it like a train horn. If you've ever listened to a train horn, off in the distance, it sounds different than it sounds when you're first going, when it's going right by you, and then as it goes away, from you, the pitch sound changes as well, okay? Or a siren, same thing. Something loud with like a general tone will change as it approaches and as it departs. Same thing with satellites. You'll need to, just a second, guys. All right, chill. I need you to move, sweetheart. Sorry, babe. That dog weighs about 25 pounds. I'm like, oh, man. Whew. Anyway, I shouldn't say that about a girl, should I? I'm sorry. But that's Doppler shift. The frequency will change because the signal for the bird is going towards you, up near you, and then around you to the side. So that's why you have to change the frequencies. But you've seen how it works from home, just a home setup, as well as working from a handheld. The handheld thing was actually very cool. I want to thank Jeff, Victor Echo 3 Whiskey Juliet, in Canada, Ontario, Canada, for being cool and telling Larry yesterday how you worked the bird so I could show a quick little video. Thank you. That was cool, Jeff. I mean that. I'm very sincere. Thank you, my friend. Let's get to the Angry Hams on a Friday show. A big show. By the way, this is a good show. You'll like this. If you stay to the very end, I have a couple of treats for you. We're going to have TV car commercials today from back in the day, including 2 used car commercials. And we also have a couple of pretty patriotic things, too. The sign-off is extremely good. The close-down sign-off is great. It's from a station in Los Angeles that the call letters for TV no longer exist. However, the channel number does. But the song that follows is brilliant for tomorrow, for this weekend, because it's an important day. 4th of July is important to us here in the United States. And then after that, for those that want to stay, there is a song that very few people, not really a song, it's a recording, very few people have ever heard. There is a Canadian broadcaster who passed away about 1980, 81, somewhere in there. His name was Gordon Sinclair. Gordon Sinclair was the Paul Harvey of Canada. He was the guy. I mean, people adored Gordon Sinclair. And Gordon Sinclair ended up doing a commentary back in 1971. He called it The Americans. And it was during a very hard time in America. It was during the Vietnam War. The Watergate trials were starting. It was just a rough time here. Draft dodging, people against the Vietnam War, all those things were going on here, right? And it's only 3 years after MLK was assassinated and Bobby Kennedy was assassinated. So it was a really hard time in America. But this brave Canadian put this commentary out, and it was so powerful that he was encouraged to put it onto a record. And the record took off in America. It really did. In America and Canada, it was a top 20 single. No kidding. It'll be after the sign-off. For those that would like to hear that, it's really, we owe a lot to Canada. You know, we may joke, and I think in poor taste, about our northern neighbors. But I think most people here in the United States, if they were really asked, what do you think of Canada? Most of them say, we love them. We love Canada. Because Canada would have our back like that, and we would have our back like that with Canada. And it's still today the longest unprotected border in the world. No joke. Here comes the Angry Hams.
You know, if this show was an airplane, it would have been grounded.
Okay, we got some good questions today. Not like we have bad ones, but good ones today. All right. So question number 1. In the early days of Morse gosh, Larry, my mouth is stuck. In the early days of Morse telegraphy, there, finally, telegraphy came out. In the early days of Morse telegraphy, what message was used before SOS? Okay, that's basically it. Was it A, QRH, B, HELP, C, CQD, or D, 911? A, B, C, or D? Question 1. I've mangled it. Good luck. What was used before SOS? That's basically it. Okay? Whew. Spike. Cal Worthington and his dog Spot. Keep watching. You just might be surprised. Yes, we've got Cal Worthington coming up and his dog Spot. Barry Wendon, Golf 6, Juliet Mike X-Ray. I was really going to get to you, Barry. Sorry. He's first one in here. He's got C, CQD. Barry, you are 1 for 1. Well done. Yes. All right, Barry. I'm proud of you, buddy. Yes. CQD. And it really didn't mean much. It was just that's what it was. CQD. Chris had B. Rob has B. Tom had C. Bill with C. And Rob Kilo 2, Whiskey Romeo Delta, thank you very much for the call sign, Rob. Appreciate that. Nice to see you. A very happy 4th of July coming. Whoa, 4th of July coming to you, sir, and to your family, too. What just happened there? It was really wild. Okay. Anyway, question number 2 today. Which of these is not a UK call sign? A, Golf Delta 0, Alpha Golf Foxtrot. B, 2 Mike 0, Alpha Uniform Foxtrot. C, Mike Papa 56, Hotel Alpha Papa. Or D, Mike 5, Tango Quebec Alpha. A, B, C, or D. Question 2. Good luck to you. Yep. Which of these is not? Now, you guys know you're looking really hard. You guys are searching right now.
And now, a Larry moment.
Alexa, Golf Delta 0, Alpha Golf Foxtrot. Is that a UK call sign? Hello? Alexa? Alexa, please. Oh, gosh, Alexa, please help me. Oh, Tom said, I thought it meant CQ distress, but I may be wrong. That could be it. I think Tom's on to something. We'll give Tom that one. CQ distress. Nice. Spike first in. 2 Mike 0 Alpha Uniform Foxtrot. No, that's not it. Tom in Bahrain. He's got C. Mike Papa 56 Hap. Tom, you are correct. You now are 1 for 2. Well done, Tom. Yeah, it's Mike Papa 56 Hotel Alpha Papa. Right on Tom's heels came Barry and Chris, and then Chris too came in as well. He's got B. And here we go. These next, I'm going to give you 2 more questions, but you'll like both of them. What is a typical plate voltage in a circuit testing 12 AD6 tube as a converter?
It's mine. It's all mine.
Would it be A, 250 volts, C, 140 volts? Sorry, that's B. Okay. B, 140 volts, C, 90 volts, or D, 12.6 volts. Need the typical plate voltage in a circuit using a 12 alpha delta 6 tube as a converter.
Hey, McFly.
A, B, C, or D? Good luck. Question 3. Oh my gosh. Chris 2, I think, has B, which is 140 volts. I could be wrong. He says, Alexa, please don't let me down now. Oh gosh, yeah. Spike with C, 90 volts. Nope, not 90. Chris is also guessing 90. Bill in Wisconsin is guessing A, 280 volts. Nope, not A. Barry Wendon also with A. My gosh. Have I stumped you? There's still a few who haven't done it. And Tom is looking for Andy New.
Yeah, that's a joke, son. Don't you get it?
Andy's our trivia guru. Of course. Yeah, I would go with that too, Tom. He's always there. The correct answer, kids, is D, 12.6 volts. Yeah, this was a typical tube that was used in marine and mobile ham radio gear back in the 60s. Yeah, the 12 AD6 tube. So it typically would use the 12.6 voltage to make it work there in our radios. I finally won one. It took a while. It's been a few weeks since I got one and stumped you, so there you go. Chris had C on that one as well. Oh, that was good. All right, last question. It'll be easier. You'll get this. Of the following choices, which phrase is commonly used to conclude a voice QSO with another ham? Yes, things might still be said, but choose among the following for the best answer. A is over and out. B is 73. C is closed. D is CQ. A, B, C, or D?
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck.
Good luck. Final question of the week. What's the way we say goodbye on the ham bands, whether it be HF, VHF, or UHF? How do we say goodbye? Chris, yeah, it's a low plate voltage. It is, yeah, but remember, it was built for hams that were mobile back then. Yeah. Chris says, I think Larry's wrong. LOL. Nope. Larry's right on that one. I'm good on that one. Bill Myers, first up from Wisconsin. He has B. We must be really long lagged today because Bill popped in, then Barry came in, and Chris came in. He even said the answer, Chris. So I get Chris 2 and Chris 7, both coming in with B. It has to be B. Of course it's B. Well done, you guys. Got it right. 73. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's a simple one, right? I mean, this is the way we end our conversations. And it came from the railroad days. It came from the telegraphy that was used during railroad days in North America. That was how we would tell the train conductors best regards back in the day. No joke. There you go. 4 trivia questions today. Who knew that could even happen here on a Friday for Ham Radio Live? All right. Question today. If you had the time and money to help a new ham to start out, what would you give them? There were some excellent answers you guys had today. I mean, really good. I've tried to put some marks by them, and I'll get to them as soon as I can here. Chris, by the way, said, can do the ISS stuff with a cheap 2-meter handheld ISS tracking app and make your own 2-meter beam. Exactly. Yes. If I didn't say that part, I'm sorry. Chris, thank you for saying that. I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, the ISS is much easier to reach than a satellite. Very good comment. Thank you. Jeff, I had fun in my early ham life. Many confirmed satellite contacts, including numerous Mir and International Space Station, voice and digital. SUISAT was fun. Keplerian elements were key. Jeff, thank you very, very much. Yes, Chris 2, to visualize Doppler shift, think of a train sound horn, oncoming, passing, and then leaving. Yes, that's what I said. Yes. Did you not get? Okay, never mind. Chris says, doing satellite comms is definitely on his ham bucket list, along with ISS comm. The equipment required is minimal, but skill and planning is everything. You'll get it. Chris 7 says, the English say, is this frequency clear? And Spike, being very patriotic today, he says, happy 4th of the month. Oh, man. Spike says, not after the show. I'm drinking now.
Yeah, that's a joke, son. Don't you get it?
Tom, if ham radio was live during colonial days, is this frequency in use? The British are coming. The British are coming. Gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. Did I read that? I did. I read Spike's thing on the volcanoes. And we talked about going back in time. Yes. I liked Bill's comment about giving them like a study tool, paying for the study tool to help them get licensed. I like that. And they also would ask them, what are you interested in doing? And then try and help them get there. I like that. That was a good comment. I like Chris's comment on tips for passing the exam, because tips are important. Tips help you get through the exam. They really do. Like, I use Q code tips. Okay, QRP, Q reduced power. QRO, the opposite of QRP, that's amplified power rate. QR out of here. I knew it that way. QRZ, who's calling me? QRZ, rhymed. I mean, just little weird things. Chris 7 said, I would give a new ham an ICOM 705 and a linear. That way get 100 watts plus HF and, plus VHF and UHF. Nice comment. Love that. Barry said, I'd help them get their license and teach them the questions one-on-one. Here, I'll help you get this done. And I'll help you get there. Great comment, Barry. Love that. Love that comment. Really do. Kevin, give him a license. Give him an IC7300, an analyzer so they can build their own antennas, plus an antenna that adjusts up and down. That way you can tune it. brilliant stuff. And what I love, he says, we'd head out to the cornfield, set up and play radio. That's a great comment, really is. Love that. And Rob Q would give out ARL study guides. Love that. Tom in Bahrain, donate what they need, radio antenna, etc. Advice, share as much knowledge as practical. Share my WhatsApp so questions can be easily answered. Absolutely. Let's see here. Trying to get through all of them. Chris 7, I would buy them new ham a good microphone and help them get set up on audio settings, as good audio can help with any setup. It's a great comment, Chris. Thank you for that. Spike says, I'd give him a manual tuner and teach him to use it. That's an excellent comment, because you may not be able to get an automatic antenna tuner, but a manual tuner can teach you to tune it and what it does. Not that you're tuning the antenna, but you're finding the correct match for the impedance mismatch of your antenna, which is not resonant, and your radio, which needs 50 ohms to be able to transmit. It's a great comment, Spike. Thank you for that. I think we got everybody. I might be, Jeff. For me, I would give my time and attention to answer questions and guide the new ham based on their interests. I would encourage a $100 QRP rig and a wire. Good start. I love that. And I believe that's everybody except for one that I want to save to the end. All right. My favorite comment, which I thought this guy would come through with it because he's just that kind of a person, was from Martin. And Martin had a great comment on this subject. What Martin said was, he said basically he would help them in all ways possible, but he wasn't going to go out and just buy them a whole bunch of stuff. Martin gave from himself. Listen, it's very simple. No one has ever been the worse for helping someone else. If you have something to spare that you don't need right away and you can help someone with it, what's stopping you? Think about that from a time perspective, equipment perspective, money perspective. There's a lot there. You don't have to be the most wealthy person in the world to help somebody. Sorry, guys. You just have to have a heart that wants to help. That's it. A heart that wants to help. And who knows, you might be that person that's the difference in that person continuing on their road to amateur radio or whatever else in life that you're helping them with and stopping, just quitting altogether. You have that kind of power. You have that kind of power to help people. Do you know that? I hope you do. It's a good thing. Barry Wendon. Thanks, Larry. A good show. Thank you, I appreciate you, Barry, so much. Golf 6 Juliet Mike X-Ray. Always a pleasure. JMB is back. Hi, buddy. Good to see you. So I just saw the stream. About to watch the video you just put out. I put that out for you to show you that you can pass the technician. I haven't seen that test 7 years now. But even though it's been quite a while, remember this. Most of the technician license is about safety. Most of the general license is about electronic safety and use, how to use it, right? And there's a lot like electrical theory, antennas, the importance of safety, EMF, so electromagnetic. You don't want to get like too close to an antenna that's transmitting because it can heat your body tissue, the damage of that. The extra throws in pretty much all kinds of stuff at you. There's pieces of the safety elements from the technician in the amateur extra license. There's pieces of the general license, circuitry and information about the pieces in a circuit. And then the extra adds like things like impedance and inductance and all kinds of things that are just a little bit more for people who are really brilliant, who can build their own stuff. A lot of them are doing that, right? You can build it. You're an electrician. You're a person that understands electrical engineering. And don't scare off. Don't be freaked out by the extra exam. Don't at all. There's enough there that you can still pass that. And the last thing is, remember this. The ham that misses 8 questions on the Technician in General are still a Technician in General licensee. You don't have to be perfect. No one's going to see your paper afterwards and say, "Oh, so you're a 27 question right general, huh?" No. You're going to be a ham licensee with a general license. And if you go up to extra, you'll be an extra. And if you get the tech and you want to stay there, you're a technician licensee. Hold your head high and be proud of that, because you earned that and you deserve that. JMB, I hope you got things worked out on the Discord stuff. I hope so. Rodney told me that he took care of everything. Kilo Romeo 4, Juliet Golf Deltas here. Hello, and thanks for coming. Boy, been a long show today. I'm tired. I really am. I told Karen, I said, I've got to start the show today. It's got to be, we're going to start right about 1 p.m. Eastern. I have to, because there's so much in this program. She's like, "Well, what time do you usually start it?" I said, "Usually 1:30. Wait a minute. I thought you always did the show at 1. I know I always do it 1:30 because you're still here. You're here late." And she's like, "Oh, no, I didn't want that to ever happen." I'm like, "Karen, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's important you're here. It's a good thing, Because, if you're, you'd be the same with your spouse, right? You just love them and you just say, "No, it's okay. Not a big deal." And when you love somebody, that's okay. It really is. Folks, if you'd like to get your ham radio license, by the way, sorry about that. I shouldn't have stopped so quick. I should make a quick hello. Howdy y'all to you too. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming. Call sign here is Kilo Romeo 4, Juliet Golf Delta. That's Gary in Newton Grove, North Carolina. Hello, sir. Thanks for coming, Gary. Appreciate you very much. If you'd like to get your ham license, contact the Radio Society of Great Britain. They're wonderful people. They're excellent at what they do, and they're passionate about growing amateur radio. They really are. If you reach out to them and tell them you want your ham license and tell them where you live in the world, they're going to go through their online database and they'll find a ham club near you. And then you contact that club, please, because that club is going to pull alongside you and work with you and help you get licensed. www.rsgb.org for the Radio Society of Great Britain. Good people. Wonderful, wonderful people. Well, happy Independence Day. Happy USA 250. We have lived to see another, and this is a big one. Enjoy yourself. Be grateful. You got to see USA Bicentennial in 1976, and that you made it all the way to 2026 to see USA 250. That's a pretty cool thing. My name's Larry Dio. My call sign in amateur radio is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Wait through the commercials and the sign off, and you'll hear one more little Easter egg about America from Canadian perspective. Wherever you may be, God bless you. Goodbye, everybody. Happy Independence Day.
Look at these cars as they go by. Hi, folks. This is Earl Miller here at Miller Pontiac's famous used car lot at 4200 Main. All these cars you're looking at are trade-ins from the 71 Pontiacs that are just coming in. They're all millerized, ready to go. Look them over. Best buys in town. The prices are right, as good as any place in town here at Miller Pontiac, 4200 Main. Remember now, we won't pass any deal at Miller Pontiac, and don't forget your bottle of ketchup.
Cal Worthington and his dog Spot.
If you want more for your trade, go see Cal.
He will come right to your aid. Go see Cal.
If you want your payment slow, if you want to save some dough, go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal.
This is the place to buy a used car. Acres and acres of cars on special sale here at Worthington Ford. All these cars have been completely safety tested. They've all been carefully tuned to meet all the clean air requirements. They've been tuned to get you the best possible gas mileage, and you get a 10-day trial exchange. Low prices and low payments. Look at this. A 1978 Ford Thunderbird, $25.95. A 1980 Olds Cutlass 4-door, $44.95. A 77 Chevy Z28 Camaro, $34.95. A 1982 Ford Fairmont, $59.95. A 79 Olds Cutlass Cruiser station wagon, $29.95. A 79 Ford Thunderbird, $34.95. A 78 Chevy Nova, $19.95. A 1980 Toyota Corolla Liftback, $34.95. A 1981 Chevy Malibu, $44.95. A 1982 Ford Escort hatchback 4-door, $59.95. A 79 Mercury Monarch 4-door, $24.95. A 1980 Chevy Malibu 4-door, $39.95. Just acres and acres and acres of cars on sale. Again, a multi-million-dollar inventory of used cars and trucks. This is the largest inventory of used cars and trucks that you'll find anywhere in California, maybe in the world. Low prices, bargain prices, beautiful cars on special sale. Low prices, low payments, and a giant inventory to pick from. And good financing, low payments. Why don't you come and see us? Get on the San Diego Freeway and come to Long Beach. Just come right down the San Diego Freeway, the 405 freeway, to get to Bellflower Boulevard. We're open till midnight. It's Worthington Ford, 2850 Bellflower Boulevard, Long Beach. Open to midnight. See you here.
At this time, KHJ-TV ends its broadcast day. KHJ-TV Los Angeles is owned and operated by RKO General Incorporated, with studios located at 5515 Melrose Avenue in Hollywood. Transmitter located atop Mount Wilson. KHJ-TV operates on Channel 9 by authority of the Federal Communications Commission in Washington, D.C. Throughout the broadcast day, some of the programs on Channel 9 are reproduced by means of film and videotape.
Something like this. Listen here. Oh, beautiful, far spacious skies, far amber waves of grain, far purple mountain majesties. Wait a minute. I'm talking about America, sweet America. You know, God done shed his grace on thee. He crowned thy good.
just a second, guys. This is worth it. Well, listen to this. This is from a man who was basically the Canadian Paul Harvey back in the 70s. He was an awesome broadcaster. He loved radio. His name was Gordon Sinclair. Take a listen to this amazing commentary that became a record.
The United States dollar took another pounding on German, French, and British exchanges this morning, hitting the lowest point ever known in West Germany. It has declined there by 41% since 1971, and this Canadian thinks it's time to speak up for the Americans as the most generous and possibly the least appreciated people in all the world. As long as 60 years ago, when I first started to read newspapers, I read of floods on the Yellow River and the Yangtze. Well, who rushed in with men and money to help? The Americans did, that's who. They have helped control floods on the Nile, the Amazon, the Ganges, and the Niger. Today, the rich bottomland of the Mississippi is underwater, and no foreign land has sent a dollar to help. Germany, Japan, and to a lesser extent Britain and Italy were lifted out of the debris of war by the Americans, who poured in billions of dollars and forgave other billions in debts. None of those countries is today paying even the interest on its remaining debts to the United States. When the franc was in danger of collapsing in 1956, it was the Americans who propped it up, and their reward was to be insulted and swindled on the streets of Paris. And I was there, I saw that. When distant cities are hit by earthquake, it's the United States that hurries in to help. Managua, Nicaragua is one of the most recent examples. So far this spring, 59 American communities have been flattened by tornadoes. Nobody has helped. The Marshall Plan, the Truman Policy, pump billions upon billions of dollars into discouraged countries. And now newspapers in those countries are writing about the decadent, warmongering Americans. Now, I'd like to see just one of those countries that is gloating over the erosion of the United States dollar build its own airplanes. Come on now, you, let's hear it. Does any country in the world have a plane to equal a Boeing jumbo jet, the Lockheed TriStar, or the Douglas 10? If so, why don't they fly them? Why do all international lines except Russia fly American planes? Why does no other land on Earth even consider putting a man or a woman on the moon? You talk about Japanese technocracy and you get radios. You talk about German technocracy and you get automobiles. You talk about American technocracy and you find men on the moon, not once but several times, and safely home again. You talk about scandals and the Americans put theirs right in the store window for everybody to look at. Even the draft dodgers are not pursued and hounded. They're right here on our streets in Toronto. Most of them, unless they're breaking Canadian laws, are getting American dollars from Ma and Pa at home to spend up here. When the Americans get out of this bind, as they will, who could blame them if they said to hell with the rest of the world? Let somebody else buy the bonds. Let somebody else build or repair foreign dams or design foreign buildings that won't shake apart in earthquakes. When the railways of France and Germany and India were breaking down through age, it was the Americans who rebuilt them. When the Pennsylvania Railroad and the New York Central went broke, nobody loaned them an old caboose. Both of them are still broke. I can name to you 5,000 times when the Americans raced to the help of other people in trouble. Can you name to me even one time when someone else raced to the Americans in trouble? I don't think there was outside help even during the San Francisco earthquake. Our neighbors have faced it alone, and I'm one Canadian who is damn tired of hearing them kicked around. They'll come out of this thing with their flag high, and when they do, they're entitled to thumb their noses at the lands that are gloating over their present troubles. I hope Canada is not one of these, but there are many smug, self-righteous Canadians. And finally, the American Red Cross was told at its 48th annual meeting in New Orleans this morning that it was broke. This year's disasters, with the year less than half over, has taken it all, and nobody, but nobody, has helped.
And that's the reason we love Canada so much here in the States. See you next week. Have a happy 4th of July. Goodbye, everybody.
That's all, folks.